Hi everyone and welcome to Morning Coffee Break. Hope everybody's doing good today. It's Tuesday, May 16th. Currently it's 67 degrees. High today's going to be 78. Chance of rain 80%. It rained most of the day yesterday. Winds are at 2 miles per hour. Yeah, I was wanting to get those seeds planted so bad. I went out there and looked around, came back in and got my seeds. Well, I went out there and put the trellises up for my cucumbers and for the green beans, got them ready to plant. Then I came back in to get my seeds, and by the time it was raining. And so I never, was able to get the seeds going. But anyway, our roof, it rained super hard. Our roof is leaking again. It's the first time it's leaked since the first time. So I'm wondering, and I got up in there in the attic area. It's not finished area or anything like that, just got insulation and stuff, but you can see the roof, you can see it in the inside of the roof. And I thought for sure, I should be able to see some water dripping, or I was thinking if it was coming from that place where the shingles came off, or where the crown came off, I think that's what they call it. And my friend fixed it. I just took it for granted that it had to be coming from that area. But I could see, Joy didn't want me to actually get up in there, but I was on a ladder, just, most of my body looking up through there, still standing on the ladder. And I looked and looked, and I didn't see or hear any water dripping. And you'd think if it was running along the inside of the roof down to where, above our kitchen sink, here's where it leaks. You'd think if it was doing that, you would see some water, and, not all of it would go that way. Some of it would drip straight down. So I couldn't see one little area unless I had got up in there. And Joy was like, no, you're not doing that. So I got to thinking about the only thing it could be, and I don't know if it would leak right there, because they're not right there. Over on the corner of the roof, there's a satellite dish thing, for, I don't know, DirecTV or one of them. And then we used to have another one there, and when they put this dish up there, we don't have it anymore, we got cable. When they put this dish up there, I was saying, listen, I don't like those dishes on my roof. Can you put it on a pole? And he said, no, this is where it's going to have to go. The other guy put them on a pole, the other company did, but we did have one up there at that time from a previous. We've switched back and forth between them about 2 or 3 times. And I said, well, it's going to leak, if you take the other dish off there and put yours. He said, no, I'll fill it up with whatever it is, caulk or something. And he said it won't leak. I said, well, okay. Well, now I'm wondering, is it leaking? Caulk doesn't last forever, especially if it's out in the weather. So I'm wondering if it's leaking either in those holes that were filled up, or is it leaking in the holes, the existing holes that are there with the dish that's up there. So my friend that worked on the roof, he's out of town for I don't know how long, a week or 2. So I left a message for him, and when he gets back, and I guess I'll show it to him and ask him if he can just take that other satellite dish off of there and either fill the holes back up, refill them, get the other out, take the old out and refill them, or either may have to put some new shingles, but I'd rather them be the same. I got some shingles, but they're not the same color, and I wouldn't like that. I'd hate to have to buy a whole bundle of them just to get a couple of them, but I want them to be black if he has to do that, black shingles like the others. I could easily say just go ahead and put some others on it, but it just wouldn't look right. So I'm hoping that'll work out for the best. It didn't leak much this time, not even like a cup full of water, but it did leak. But you wonder how much water is up there that's being absorbed by wood and stuff. Has to be more. So we'll see how it goes. I hope we can get it fixed without costing me a fortune. Today there will be a taste test with Mike. I tried roasted. It's I forget the name brand of it. I can't remember the name brand of it, but it's a roasted peanut noodle bowl. So check out that video today. I hadn't done a taste test with Mike for a while. I've done a lot of taste tests, you know, on morning coffee break and with Logan, but I haven't done my regular taste test with Mike video for a long time. So check it out today. What's for dinner? You know, for Mother's Day, I fixed the it's called, I found out it's called, I said spaghetti casserole. It's called $1 Million Spaghetti Casserole. And fixed salad and some garlic bread. And it was really, really good. Oh yeah, I said I would show the recipe. Hold on just a minute. Okay, what it is I sent a picture of the recipe to my photos so I could show it. And I want to give the person that this must be her recipe, I want to give them credit for it. I don't think she has a YouTube channel. I tried doing a search for it, but she's always on Facebook, and Joy has used a lot of her recipes for other things, I think for desserts and things like that. But she has this, it's called Grandma's Tasty Recipes. I guess she's just on, on Facebook. If she has a YouTube channel, maybe it's a different name or something. But here's and it does call, I had somebody ask saying, well, wouldn't you use ricotta? This is not exactly the same as lasagna. You use cottage cheese, 8 ounces of cottage cheese. And I mixed it all together with the sour cream and the cream cheese. I mixed it up with a mixer to make it kind of smoother and chunky, and it worked out great. So yeah, and you know, we've used cottage cheese. There's plenty of recipes for lasagna that you use cottage cheese instead of ricotta. I like ricotta, but this is what this called for, and I wanted to make it like the recipe was for Mother's Day. And I didn't make a cook with me video because it was Mother's Day and because I was already very tired and everything. I had done a lot of stuff and have for the past almost week. I've done lots, you know, mowing, something this after that, mowing hill, mowing that hill, you know, doing things with the garden, getting all the weeds out, you know, putting that fence thing around that one, and I just hadn't had time, and you know, I just didn't want to do it. And also, the first time I make something, I never, hardly ever do a video. I did on that fried chicken though, but I'd watched his videos so many times I knew exactly how to make it. But I made a couple mistakes making it, which I was able to fix. But that's one of the reasons. I might make one next time. Next time we have this, I'll make one. But it made enough for about 3 meals in a 9x13. So here it is. I'll tell you the ingredients. A pound of ground beef. You could probably use ground turkey if you don't like ground beef. We do both. We're eating more ground beef now than we do turkey. Used to, that's all we ate, was ground turkey. A jar of spaghetti sauce, 8 ounces of cream cheese, that's 1 bar. 1/4 cup of sour cream. A 1/2 pound of cottage cheese, that's 8 ounce container or whatever. Or half of one of the big ones. It says 1 stick of butter because you have to cut it up into little slices, not little, but you know, slices, and put some on the bottom, then put some on the top of the noodles. A package of spaghetti. We had some cremette ready cut spaghetti. It's cut up, and actually it's even like a straw, but it looks just like spaghetti. I mean, it's hollow in the middle, but it looks just like spaghetti. It's called, I got looking at it, and I'll show you in case you want to look for something. It sure was more convenient and easier to eat than long spaghetti. You know how long spaghetti, it's hard to keep it on the fork. Look at that, see? Cremette. And this was a 2-pound box, which we only got for $1.49, and only paid $1.49 at Grocery Outlet. But that's a pretty big name. You might be able to find it. Ooh, it says on the back there's a recipe. It says cut spaghetti and double cheese pizza. Ooh, you put the spaghetti on it, on the pizza? I'd have to read that. But anyway, this stuff is really neat, and it was much easier to eat, so I used that. And you need some, it says grated cheddar cheese. I suppose it meant shredded cheddar cheese because it says to melt it. So here's the recipe. If y'all would like to, you'll probably have to make it bigger. Wait, Kitty, I got to show this recipe, honey. Let's see if you can get that. I'll hold it there for a minute so you can make a snapshot of it. Trying to make it as big as possible. Okay, there you go. So there's a recipe, and yeah, I didn't make any really. I made my regular video, my morning coffee break, and I made morning devotions, but I didn't make any other videos yesterday. I spent the day with Joy and Logan. So that's what we're having. It was great. I'm going to put, I think it needs a little extra sauce, like over it when it's done maybe, or just a little more sauce. It calls for a jar, but it made so much of it, you know. And maybe you could make half a recipe and use a whole jar. I don't know. I just think it needs a little more sauce. They said it was fine without it. It is really good. But for me, I think like when I make it left over, after, you know, redoing it, reheating it, I think I'm going to put some more sauce on it. So yeah, we're going to have that and a salad. We ate all the, no, we got some bread left. We may have some more of that bread from Dollar Tree. So that's what we're planning on tonight. And there's enough for another meal after that, I know. So, what am I looking for? So I would recommend it. It's really good. Really good. Okay, now, do today's tidbits. Rescue completed after bridge collapse over New Mexico River. Look at that. First responders completed a search for victims after a bridge over a New Mexico River partially collapsed Saturday night. Fire Chief John Gabaldon said 2 people were rescued after the Los Lunas River bridge collapsed. Emergency crews are attempting to determine whether a sinkhole under a sidewalk caused the collapse. Coconut fiber logs transform Jersey Shore's landscapes. And I don't know if those are supposed to be them or not. That kind of looks like rocks or something. What do y'all think? Does that look like coconut fiber logs? Or maybe they make them square like that, so they're easier to install or whatever. Coconut fiber logs are used to preserve coastal habitats along New Jersey coast. The project is led by Littoral Society, which claims that the fibers from living shorelines that the fibers form living shorelines and are an alternative to seawalls, bulkheads, and other traditional land stabling constructions. Over 2,000 feet of the Jersey Shore are now lined with coconut fiber logs. It says LRO and Danuri unite. Spectacular lunar encounter revealed. Since 2009, NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter has been, I guess that's why it's called LRO, has been closely examining the moon. On the lunar surface, it has also captured images of other active spacecraft. And now the Danuri spacecraft of the Korea Aerospace Research Institute, a recent arrival in lunar orbit, captured a sunny LRO while the two flew across a darkened region of the moon. And Sherpa climbs Everest 26th time, ties record set by guide. Oh my gosh, can you imagine that? 26 times. A Sherpa guide scaled Mount Everest on Sunday for the 26th time, matching the record set by a fellow Nepalese guide for the most ascents of the world's highest peak. Pasang Dawa Sherpa reached the summit on Sunday morning along with a Hungarian climber, according to expedition organizer Imagine Nepal Treks. His first successful climb was in 1998. Wow. And I guess that's it for them. We may have time for nice news. If I can find one. Where? That's not even, how did I get that far? News break. YouTube, there it is. Why is it buffering? Buffering. Don't you hate that? Right there. What is wrong? Let's see. Maybe I got too many things to open. Let me try it again. No, I gotta find it again. There it is. That must have been it. I had too many things open. Okay, how about this? I just talked about roasted peanut noodles. Very good news, peanut allergy patch shows promise for toddlers in early trial. I can't imagine being allergic to peanut butter and stuff when you're a kid. That'd be awful. A skin patch designed to help toddlers with severe peanut allergies has shown promise in an early clinical trial. Very good news for toddlers and their families as the next step toward a future with more treatments for food allergies, said Alkis Togias, chief of the National Institute of Health, Allergy, Asthma, and Airway Biology branch. Peanut allergies are among the most common food allergies, affecting about 2% of children in the U.S. Some kids have anaphylactic reactions to even trace amounts of the legume, making the allergy also amongst the most dangerous. The only current treatment is a powder that can help desensitize kids to peanuts, but it's only available to those over 4 years old, so the skin patch for toddlers would fill a huge unmet need. It says the patch was tested on 362 children ages 1 to 3 from 8 countries, 244 of whom received the patch with small amounts of peanut protein, while the other 118 got a placebo. After a year, 2/3 of those who used the real patch could safely tolerate more protein than before. And let's see, I guess it's about time. Let's see if I got a quote of the day. Should. Here's one. It's from Rihanna. When you follow your heart or your gut, when you really follow the things that feel great to you, you can never lose. Okay, everybody, that's going to be it for Morning Coffee Break. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already, and share this out, and hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody, I hope you have a great day. Definitely check out Taste Test with Mike later on. Bye, everyone, and God bless.